morning, students. Today I am going to start a new chapter, that is managing databases and tables using MySQL. This is chapter number 9 in your book. So the topic for discussion today is MySQL Tools. So let's get started. MySQL provides a large set of tools to administer, manage and work on the MySQL database. These tools are easy to use and freely available. Some of the commonly used tools are the MySQL Workbench, the MySQL Migration Toolkit, and the MySQL command line or the console window. Let's start with the first tool, which is MySQL Workbench. The MySQL Workbench is an easy-to-use graphical user interface tool, which is used by the database developers as well as the database administrators to work with the MySQL database. It provides an interface for the developers to type and execute the MySQL commands. It is also used by the DBAs, we call them as database administrators, to perform database administration activities like taking backup, doing restoration and managing security, etc. Now consider the figure in the slide. This figure shows the starting screen of the MySQL Workbench, from where the user can administer, manage and work on the MySQL database. Now the next tool is MySQL Migration Toolkit. This is a wizard-based toolkit that helps the user to migrate MySQL database from one version to another. Say for example, if your MySQL database is of older version, then you can migrate it into another newer version by using this toolkit. And the next tool is MySQL command line or the console window. This is a command line client utility using which MySQL command is sent to the MySQL server for execution. The server processes the commands and sends back the result. This has an easy-to-use character user interface. Now consider the figure in the slide. This is not the command line window, as this is not a character user interface. This is a graphical user interface, and it shows the SQL window of the MySQL Workbench. Now see the region where the mouse cursor is pointing to. In this region, the user types and executes the SQL commands. And once the SQL commands gets typed and executed here, the server will process these commands and will send back the result, which will then get displayed in this output window. This output window region is located below this region where the user types SQL commands. So this is the region where the user has to type the SQL commands, and the commands will be then processed by the server and the results will be sent back to the user in this output window where the result will get displayed.